You think it's a red flag if a guy doesn't have pictures of him and his girl in his apartment?
Like if there's no hair ties or like lashes.
Tokyo. And sorry to say, but it's mainly from black men from America.
First of all, Jada, no disrespect, because you're a beautiful woman in the face. But you ain't got no body. You ain't 5'5", thick in the thighs by no stretch of any man's imagination. Now, if Chris Rock told you he wanted to clap your cheeks as a get back at, and Chris Rock, you was out of line for doing that, but I can understand Will Smith embarrassed you, so you want to get him back by clapping his wife's cheeks. I understand. But Jada, what did you do in response to Chris Rock asking to clap your cheeks? Why did Chris Rock feel so comfortable to ask you if he could clap your cheeks? See, when a woman comes to you, black fellas, I hope my brothers is listening. I hope all my African alpha males, I want all my unapologetically African alpha males to listen to your big brother, Dr. Umar, right now. I want all of my anti-snow bunny, unapologetically African alpha. If your woman ever come home saying that a man solicited sex from in a very private manner, not vulgar, not boisterous, not out loud, not respectful. If a man pulled your woman to the side and solicited sex from your woman, you gotta be a little. If a man pulls your woman to the side and solicits sex from your queen, you gotta be a little suspicious. If a man pulled your wife to the side and solicited.
It's that simple. What made him confident is Hollywood. That's what they do. Sex, drugs, rock and roll. Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith already said we ain't been together since 2016. And everybody at this point is sick of. Don't you think everybody is sick of Jada Pinkett Smith just running her mouth and how much she loves Tupac and how much she keeps embarrassing Will Smith? But it also shows you that there's no such thing as bad publicity because people are still going to click on it. People are still going to read the book because they think it's going to be something little in it that they haven't discovered anymore. What you're seeing happening is that what they're doing is something what the rest of the world doing is living their lives for entertainment. That's what you're seeing happening with Jada Pinkett Smith and Will Smith. Chris Rock wanting to clap her cheeks, that just helps sells the book. See, what you're seeing here is Will Smith and his family, Jada Pinkett Smith, the kids, the grandma, even his son back here in the back, they're having a dandy old time. Her book came out a couple days ago. This is them standing around.
Just when they showed up.
They look like one happy family, don't they? When you get in Hollywood, you will notice that there's a lot of families in Hollywood that are just like that and maybe even worse. This is all a game to entertain the audience.
Something that has greatly disappointed me since I've been living here is the amount of coonery that I've seen in Tokyo. And sorry to say, but it's mainly from black men from America. The way that I have to watch y'all treat me and my fellow black sisters like shit, but treat the Japanese women all delicately like they're special flowers is insane. The amount of times that I've met black men from America who give people the N-word here is crazy. I recently went to a club and this black guy was asking me how my experience is.
I know, I'll be calling niggas too, don't I? I gotta, I need to stop because I'll be doing the same thing, bro. I'll be doing the same thing. Let me stop.
Is here dating, and I was telling him, and then he was like, well, I'm in heaven here because, you know, they like fetishize us, so they be worshiping us and doing whatever the fuck we want, so I'm in heaven. What? None? Or the black men that'll be talking to me, and then when we get done, they're like, I enjoyed the conversation. You're so cool. I love black women. I worship black women. I wish there was more in Tokyo. And then we'll go over to their Japanese girlfriend and then talk shit about us. When black American men get over here, the coonery be on 10. Y'all need to pipe down because they do not give a fuck about y'all.
黒人男性と交際ってできます。こちら。
Now that I've been living in Japan for a while now and kind of been in the dating scene, I think these videos should stop. I get that, like, before when I was in America watching them, I'd be like, see, Japanese people will date us. You know, they will like us. And then, like, when they say they wouldn't, I would genuinely get mad and be like, but why not? And after living here, I realized that, like, even though we see these videos online of, like, some Japanese people saying they would, when you get here, you're most likely not going to find them. And even if they get on those videos and say they would, most likely they're like, when they come face to face with you, they're not going to do it. Just already assume that they're not going to date you. Just already believe that they're not going to date you. And if they do, they're probably not going to take you seriously unless you're palm colored. And that's just the really real of it.
All right, let's talk about it. Now, she's saying that.
Something that has greatly disappointed me.
All right, so she's saying she's tired of the black dudes that are over in Tokyo complaining about how much better these girls are. But after she's been living there for a while, she's realizing like a lot of these people are not going to date you. First of all, from my experiences, black women, they're not going to date you. Sorry. That's why I tell a lot of black women, your safest bet is with the black man. I don't care what no one says. The Chinese guy ain't going for you. You may get some Mexican dudes, or you may get a couple Latinos, but for the most part, most of these dudes do not want to deal with you that are in other ethnic groups. Why is that? Because truthfully, the black woman is probably the most intimidating woman on the planet. It's like what black women don't understand is the stereotype that they built for you, especially American black women. The stereotype is on fleek. If they're still using that word, black women naturally intimidate people with the dominancy that you have. It's just something that black women have that's appeared to the whole world. Which is why I can understand why black women would say we'll go date the Chads and Tyrones, because the Chads and Tyrones still value you even with your attitude. Now, where black men need to stop when they are doing passport bros is something that I do agree with. Stop telling black women how good the Chinese girl is, and stop telling the Chinese girl why you not dating a black woman no more. All right, that has to stop. Because I've came across a lot of girls, they've said that as well. They're like, hey, I don't mind dating black dudes, but they just love talking about how bad the black woman is. And in my opinion, if you're going to sit up and talk about how bad the black woman is, it's really showing how much you want her. Because honestly, I can tell you this. Those little skinny chicks that y'all going overseas to get ain't got nothing on the ass and titties and booties that be floating around. Sorry, black women have the best bodies. Period. Them little girls that may be submissive, you'll get tired of them after a while. And I'm going to say it again, like I've always said, the black men and black women, at some point, you guys have to come to a conclusion, because technically you're the kings and queens of the earth that's dysfunctional. It's that simple. So passport bros it look, to be honest with you, passport bros look like they got the black women in they moods right now. I got to give myself the... Hold on. Shit, why is that button always broke? I gotta give myself the...
Nigga, what?
Because y'all know, like, passport bros, I'm not witty with it like that. I really don't even think niggas can be passport bros for real. But after watching this, it looks like the passport bros are making an impact. And it's got black women in their feelings, because she's definitely in the feelings that the guys don't want her. And in my opinion, once again, black people, y'all got to start getting back together now. All right, let's find another video here. I like her little skits. This is my favorite thought right here.
What are some red flags in a guy's bedroom?
What are some red flags? Okay, so if he doesn't have like pictures of another girl or stuff like that, then I automatically feel like he's I don't like single guys, so to me, I just feel like that's a red flag. I need something I can compete with. So
Woo! There you go, buddy. She said it. She needs something you can compete with. This is what men have to understand. Trying to have a woman think that you're single, you're available, and you're ready to treat her good, it's not a turn on. She's speaking the real. She needs something to compete with.
You think it's a red flag if a guy doesn't have pictures of him and his girl in his apartment?
Mm-hmm. Like if there's no hair ties or like lashes, I'm like,
So you want there to be that stuff?
I want to see that, because that lets me know he's getting...
Ooh.
That wouldn't make you jealous?
Mm-mm.
Woo! Like she said, that lets her know that he's getting women. It don't make her jealous. It makes her a competitor. And this is how women operate. When you sit down and you talk to people on an individual scale, they try to say what sounds good. But in life, you have to stop and naturally look how people react to things. This is why I say this is my favorite one.
No, it would make me feel like I can compete with something.
Oh.
You know, I have to win him over.
So if you go into a guy's house and his apartment is clean, there's no pictures,
that's another thing. If his house is too clean, to me, I just feel like, what can I bring to the table in this home? You know, it's like, it's too clean. What am I supposed to do?
Oh.
Woo! And I've told you guys that you want to be a little rough. You don't want to be zesty. A woman don't want the guy smell good, got the best clothes on, the best hairdo, got the best shoes, car is super clean, he waxed it, the brake pads are cleaned off, he get in the inside, the new smells there. She go home, the house is very clean, it smell like Clorox, then it's got a masculine cologne smell, he has nice music playing in the background, it just looks like you can eat off the floor. She don't want that. Told you, zestiness does not work. It doesn't. Pair of Thin said, who is this? I don't know who it is. I'm just used to watching her on these little clippings. She's a Latino girl. I like her. I used to date Latino women that look like this, nice and thick, but these are the crazy ones. When they got the dark hair like that and the eyelashes, and they got the boobs sticking out, they good for the bedroom. I ain't gonna lie to you, they good for the bedroom, but they not good for wife materials. 9 times out of 10, the girl that's good for the bedroom is never good for wife material.
So you want it to be like a little more
messy. Yeah, let me come in and clean for you, babe. You know what I mean? Like if he has like lots of food in the fridge and stuff, I just feel like, okay, so there's nothing I can teach him. There's nothing I can do for him.
Really?
Like, yeah, I want him to need me.
I feel like no girl's ever said anything like that before. You'd think it would always be the opposite.
Maybe that's why I'm always winning in the dating direction.
Oh.
And, you know.
Woo! She's right, bro. She's right. I like it.
Maybe.
Some girls need to take some tips.
That's all it takes now. In modern day times, I can tell you guys right now, in modern day time, women just want a man that other women want. It's that simple, because they figure he got to be worth something if other girls want him, because women spend all day long rejecting guys that are just throwing themselves at them. That's all it is. It's real men versus 100 guys that she don't want. Women have to weave out what type of man they dealing with. Is he the same as the other 1,000, or is he different from the other 1,000? And in a lot of cases, it be the little stuff where it's like, hey, I like who he is, or I like the fact other girls like him. That'd be the biggest turn on as well. But